for? Send to me, yeah. What we are hoping for? And what are we hoping for? Send to me, yeah.
Who's got the herb? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Ox Unbox. This is the long-awaited, highly anticipated 420 edition. As you can see, I got my Bob Marley Jumpman logo t-shirt on. And Jamaican culture is always a culture that has intrigued me. As you see these posters in the background, I got the Peter Tosh Legalize It, a Bob Marley blacklight poster, and a Cypress Hill blacklight poster there with the skull and all the ganja. These posters, I was looking for a Bob Marley tapestry to put in the background for this, and I was looking in the attic and I came across a bin with these posters in it. These are from like my late teens bedroom in Queens, you know. So a lot of shenanigans going on back then. So to commemorate the 420 edition, which is going to be a lot of fun, I got a lot of cool hats to unbox for you guys. 3 cool hats, very unique, which pop open. Jamaican red stripe lager. Take a little swig of that, and I'm going to show you a really cool stick that I got that I really enjoy as well. Let's launch it. That red stripe has always been a really good beer, especially for the summertime. So the stick that I want to show you guys first is an Upsetter cigar. And this is the Upsetter Original Rude Boy. Original Rude Boy. Okay. These cigars I love. They have such a sweet flavor to it. They're a good alternative to an acid cigar, but they're really not an acid cigar. But if you enjoy the flavor of acid cigars and the draw on it, and the notes that they give you, these Jamaican Upsetter cigars are really, really good. They're rolled with Jamaican cow tongue tobacco, and Jamaican cow tongue tobacco is grown in the hills where the Arawak indigenous Jamaicans first grew tobacco. So these are very special cigars. Don't sleep on them. They got a couple different types. Very hard to find in the cigar shops. I went around a couple here. I've gotten them in the past, but this I had to order. Again, Upsetters. So the Upsetters basically comes from a group in the 60s and 70s. It was Lee Scratch Perry's group. If you don't know, Lee Scratch Perry was an innovator. He was one of the first people to actually sample music. You just go in his studio. It's called the Black Art Studios. He did work with Bob Marley in the past as well, and basically everybody in Jamaican music. Big producer. The Upsetters was his group, basically, where he would sit and sample different sounds and different music, put it together, and then he would start talking over it. So the sampling, they called dubbing. And when they talked over the dub, it was called toasting. So in Jamaica, the toasting and the dubbing is eventually what became rapping and mixing in the United States, because Kool Herc was a DJ in Jamaica, and he took that influence, really, that came from Scratch Perry originally, and he moved to the South Bronx in New York, and there was something called sound systems where they used to have parties and stuff and play the music, and Kool Herc brought that into the South Bronx, into the parks at night under street lights and stuff, and basically he was credited with giving birth to the hip hop culture. And like I said, it became rapping and mixing, was influenced directly from toasting and dubbing, which came from Lee Scratch Perry. I saw him back in the late 90s in the wetlands in downtown Manhattan. It was a crazy show. He must have been in his 70s at that time. He came out, lit up a spliff. He's a wild dude. Again, I hope everybody enjoyed their double holiday weekend. Obviously, some wild stuff that Easter and 420 would fall on the same day. That's pretty wild. So I hope everybody was able to balance the two things out and celebrate them, you know, in their separate, respectful ways. I had a good time, good visit with my family. let's get into the hats. Again, if you don't partake in the 420 stuff, that was never part of your culture or anything. There's still some pretty cool hats to unveil, just like the baseball edition. You don't have to be a baseball person. The hat that I have on here is a very rare and coveted Boston Scally. This is the 6-panel Cape Codder, the all-white Cape Codder for the summertime. I love this cap. This is my only all-white cap. I tried ordering for this, the Bot Vella all-white cap. Big up to George Pangle. George Pangle, excuse me, put up the all-white Bot Vella Peaky, and I thought it was dope. You could really pull that off in the summer if it's your style. But the sizing was way off. This came from Amazon, and the sizing was way off. I'm 7 1/4. They sent me the wrong size to begin with, and they run big, so I sent it back. And I pivoted, and I got another cap from Amazon I'm going to show you, and I think it's working out. Because this is my all-white cap anyway, and I love it. Very hard to find. It's really a grail of Boston Scally from the Cape Codder series. The all-white Cape Codder. Highly coveted. Don't know where you can find it or if you can still find it. But I love having grails like this in my collection. They do now have the, and George Pang will put this up as well, the all-white, I think it's trainer, an all-white trainer, which looks pretty dope. I may cop that at some point too, so I have 2 all-white caps. So let's get to the hats. The first cap I wanted to unveil is actually a Bob Marley Scally cap, and I didn't know it existed. When you think of Jamaican Rasta hats, you think of those knitted beanies, or you think of those other kind of knitted hats with the lids that holds the dreadlocks in the back, the big ones. So you don't really think of Scallies. So I went on and I went searching for one, because I'm a huge Bob Marley fan. Bob Marley is one of my idols. I think he's the greatest songwriter of all time. Ironically, I just did the baseball edition, and I was talking about Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth, she has a birthday with me, February 6th. And Bob Marley shares a birthday with me, February 6th. And February 6th is actually a national holiday. It's Bob Marley Day in Jamaica. And that's my birthday, too. And I didn't even know that. They're really 2 of my idols, and I never knew that till later on, that I shared a birthday with both of them. So, I went on and I found it on Old Glory's website. You could also get it on eBay, or you could also get it on Walmart's page right now too, which is the official, and this just came out, the official Bob Marley driver's cap. The official Bob Marley Scally. Love the colors, Jamaican style, Rasta colors. I love just the whole look of it. It's really like a 4-panel. It's kind of a unique cap, and it's got that Bob Marley Rasta logo on the back. So you know I'm going to rock that sucker backwards. Summertime's coming. I got this shirt, the Jumpman one. I got, it's going to go well with my Baja hoodie with the Jamaican colors. It's also going to go well with my Jamaican Reggae Boy soccer jersey, which I think is one of the best jerseys. So I was a little bit concerned about this fit. I couldn't figure out how it was gonna fit, but it fits lovely. I love it. I was so happy because I didn't kind of know what I was gonna get. I couldn't figure out the sizing on Old Glory. I was checking the eBay, I was checking the Walmart. I could not figure the sizing out. So it was either small, medium, or large, extra large. And there's nothing worse than a small hat. So I went large, extra large. Thank God I did. This large, extra large, if anybody wants to cop this hat, feels perfect. I wear the Boston Scally medium large. And this is exactly a Boston Scally medium large. Fits my head perfectly. We'll throw that backwards too. I could just see myself chilling over the summer, you know, maybe on the boat, maybe at the beach. Very lightweight. You know, you're not gonna sweat a lot in this cap. And we're gonna lively up ourselves in the summer with this cap on. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna lively up ourselves with this cap. So again, highly recommended. It was $18. $18. Amazing cap. So I was talking before about the Bot Vella, the Bot Vella Peaky cap, which on Amazon was too big. And it says right there that, you know, a lot of people are returning it because it's too big. Which I did as well. So I wouldn't recommend going that route unless you know you have a big head. So I had to pivot. They gave me a refund. And I said, what other cap? Let me go with a summer lightweight cap. What other cap can I get? So I was looking and I found this cap. This is a Scally cap. And you want to talk about lightweight and breathable for the summer? Check it out. Total mesh. You can see through that sucker. I mean, that is a summertime beach cap you are not going to sweat in. We talk about the breathable linens, the all cotton being better than wool and all that. Check that out. And it reminded me of a hat you would wear on the island or in Jamaica, like the knitted caps with the mesh and with the holes in them. So this cap was also not a lot of money. I think it was like $20-something. It is With Moons. It's With Moons, casual fashion brand, and it is so cool. It's so breathable. I'm definitely going to be wearing this in the summer. 100% polyester. This Bob Marley cap, which has a nice inner liner too. Comfortable. This Bob Marley cap's 100% cotton. And actually, Old Glory's site sells it, but it comes from Zion Rootswear. ZionRootswear.com. So, dope cap. This cap here, I thought it's dope too. Nice light color, nice light weight. No way in heck. I mean, this is like, you feel a little hippie-ish too with this. You know, a little Rasta, a little chilling at the beach sort of thing. I have like a nice summer beige outfit. I'll put up pics with this. This was a nice pivot for me. Fits perfectly. Real nice pivot. So happy with it as well. So when I was on Amazon looking at this, I saw this deal. And if people have Amazon Prime, it was this deal where you open it up a credit line on Amazon now. And when you open up a credit line on Amazon, they're going to give you a $100 Amazon gift card. And you don't have to use the credit line. Like, there's no annual fee, nothing like that. You don't have to use the credit line. I wound up spending $114. I didn't even have to use the credit line to pay the balance. I paid it on my regular card. So you open up this credit line, they give you $100. Right? So, another way, like I said, to pull off what? A Boston Scally, right? Amazon's got Boston Scallies, legit ones. They got those 3 on there that are exclusive Amazons. But I found one on there because there's only a few other Boston Scallies that Amazon carries. So, and I've had my eye on this particular one that I was able to get for free from Amazon for a long time. And it kind of fits in with this 420 theme because if you're going to go partake in a little smoky smoke, where are you going to do it normally at your house? You're going to do it on the back deck, baby. They have this on Amazon. Bobby Chappelle, what up? Bobby loves this hat. The back deck. I've had my eye on it for a long time because I love North Carolina Tar Heels. I'm a North Carolina Tar Heel basketball fan. I don't know if you can see, but it's got that light blue Tar Heel tinge in it, in the plaid. And I happen to get an old Tar Heels embroidered cap from way back, a flat cap that I had shown one of my first Ox Unbox episodes. That really wasn't satisfying me this season. It's too floppy, too old. I was going more for my new era UNC plaid cap, baseball cap. But I'm like, I need another sort of Scally to go on my UNC stuff because that really wasn't cutting it all. I love owning it because it's like a grail in my collection. But this, the back deck, is something that I always wanted, and I was able to get it. I was able to pull that off for essentially free on Amazon. Well, really free. Because I don't have to use the credit line. So, back deck. There we go. Love the back deck. Medium large. Fits perfect. It came not in a... It was weird not getting that Boston Scally box. It came in this. It came in an Amazon envelope. Alright, so that was a little bit weird not getting that Boston Scally box. But finally, guys, they're coming out with that Irish Mickey Ward. I want to take credit for that because I was on them for that cap for the longest time of how do you not have a Pride of Lowell Mickey Ward cap? And I suggested that to them several times over the years. I'm sure other people are going to make that claim to fame too. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But it would be nice maybe if I was, that they would shout it out, you know, something like that. Not looking for no royalties, nothing like that. Honestly, not looking to make money at all. Just looking to have fun and share stuff with you guys. You know, so my alarm is set for that on Friday for sure. Can't wait. Gotti Ward were the best fights. I'm a big boxing fan. Grew up watching boxing with my father all the time in the basement, all the fights over the years, De La Hoya, Tyson, everybody. And since I was a little kid, I saw some great fights. And I got to say, though, that Gotti Ward trilogy was the best fights I've ever seen. Right up there with Hagler Hearns in the best three rounds of boxing. You guys are familiar with that. I can't think of better fights than that. There's been some good fights over the years. Pride of Lowell, Mickey Ward, great movie, The Fighter with Mark Wahlberg. A crazy story behind him and his brother, his trainer. You know, so you saw me put up some movie posts of me in that one. And big up to Rob Navarro for those movie posts. And I got to give big up to Rob Navarro too, because he had suggested something to me recently that I'm going with. So I got some exciting stuff coming up pretty soon that I'm going to be showing in certain ways that I can. Those Ant Ox characters those kind of just came to my head and came up recently. They're not only a representation of my name. If anybody knows my government name, Ant Ox is kind of my government name in a way. Spelled a little bit differently, you know, first name Anthony, but it's not only representing my name, but it's representing my lifestyle in all different ways, the way I create those characters and different things that they do. And I think they represent a lot of our lifestyle. And I think that a lot of us just are looking at them, not only me, but people are relating to this and this ox too, you know, drinking whiskey, chilling. Like, I got some other designs coming out too, like, so it kind of represents a lot of our lifestyle. But some pretty cool stuff coming up with that pretty soon, and I hope, you know, people support it. So I'll be unveiling some exciting news within the next couple of days with that. And in certain ways, some of you I might actually contact, you know, directly. But again, I want to see you guys Friday at 12 o'clock for that Pride of Lowell Mickey Ward hat. And if you didn't get a chance to this weekend, smoke them if you got them, baby. Peace.